Welcome, family. If you are new here, my name is Ty Deja, but the fam calls me Deja D. And this is the Love Journey, where I share my personal story of learning myself, loving myself, all of the spiritual lessons, the laughter, the breakdowns, the breakthroughs. Also encouraging you guys to learning and loving yourself more and more each day. Okay? The goal is our society that we create will become one where we are all living as our highest, greatest versions. I've been teasing about doing this video for a while now. I don't really talk about it too often. I do tarot oracle readings sometimes here on my channel for friends, family, and clients in my personal life. When I say readings, that's what I'm referring to. So, the first reason for me that I had to stop doing readings for people for was because it was becoming a very time consuming situation for me. I hadn't really set up a great structure for myself. When I first started, I did not expect for it to pick up the way that it did, and so I hadn't necessarily set up a structure for me that helped me to manage my time and not overpour and overgive in those readings. So, of course, when you become connected to people and your clients, you definitely want the best for them. So, you want to show up for them when they need it. And for some people, tarot is used as a tool or a compass for a lot of very big decision makings, whether it's with your family, whether it's with careers, love, whatever the case may be. So for people to be coming to you with these serious events during COVID, and there were hella events, honey. Okay, with all these events, it became really time consuming outside of me doing my own personal work, also having to maintain my wellness and my own spiritual practice, taking care of family. I had a lot going on. That's a story for another day. I found myself really pressed back to back for time. For those of you who do read for yourself or do tarot readings with other readers, you know that tarot is something that is boundless when it comes to time. Spirit can come through, the divine, the universe can have messages that are very long and extended that require a lot of deep conversation and a lot of digging. So for very quality readings, which I pride myself in giving both to myself, to my friends and family, and of course to my clients, I found myself really going over and above and beyond the amount of energy that I really had to give. The second reason why I stopped doing readings for my clients, and this just as a disclaimer is about no one client, or so about the whole totality of reading for a collective as a service and how it felt for me. So anybody who's seen this that I've read for, please don't take this personally, but I am going to keep it real with my experience as a reader and how sharing my gift can become very draining. Clients will continue to come to you with the same exact experience and question over and over again. It becomes really spiritually draining, not just in a time sense, but like an energy sense, when you are using your body as a channel, as a circuit to connect to the spiritual realm, right? And to connect to your guides and the person who you're reading for, their guides, their ancestors, and to pull these messages down and to listen to spirit. That in and of itself is a process that requires not only your gift and your skill and talent, but a lot of physical energy. When you're doing this over and over again with someone who keeps coming to you with the same exact situation, it becomes a very draining topic, because not only are you trying to dig deeper into the same hole, right, that just gets deeper and deeper and deeper energetically speaking, but also you have to hear the ancestors and guides on the other side who are also tired of hearing this shit. Let me keep it 100 with y'all. For those of y'all who may not have clairaudience or clairvoyance, or whatever, and you do really rely on readers to tap into that space for you, or you're just now learning how to communicate with your guides and ancestors, I was in that space before, we all are. But for those of you who do rely on a reader, a card reader, tarot reader, or any divination system, you have to realize that most really authentic, genuine readers at least are tapped into the spirit realm, where they are hearing messages, they are getting downloads, they are seeing visions, they are sensing things. And so y'all don't realize not all your ancestors are really happy with y'all, or even with me, because even when I have to go to my altar and hear my people talk to me crazy, oh, It's sorry, y'all, my dog is acting up. It's a lot. So while I'm tapping in and you want to hear about this same situation over and over, and you're not listening, and you come back a month later and you're still not taking the advice that they gave you 3 months ago, they are not necessarily in the best of mood while they're talking through me to me for you. But dealing with the frustration of the spirit world is not something that you want to continue to tap in and do for people when they're not taking the wisdom and knowledge and guidance and actually using it. The divine has a lot of patience for us, right? The universe works with us, of course, but our ancestors, although they protect us and love us, they don't be with the shit, okay? So it becomes really draining to keep getting the same messages run down and through for my clients, and they're not taking the advice. They're not using it and applying it. They're coming back with the same exact situations. And I understand if it's a little bit different, or you took one step and now you hit a roadblock and you need a little more guidance. That's understandable. That's what it's for. But if you are not listening and you're doing the same tomfoolery, and you're coming back wanting me to read this over and over and over again and have your ancestors tell me and my ancestors tell me, girl, why are we still doing this? That becomes a very draining emotional and spiritual experience, okay? The third and the last reason that I stopped doing tarot readings, and this is a more personal one for me, you have to be very, very thorough with your cleaning process and making sure that you're keeping yourself within balance. Your mental health and your well-being, you need to be in a good space to be reading for people. Now, this may be controversial for some people in the spiritual community, but this is just my personal belief, okay? I'm not saying your whole life has to be perfect and you have to have everything figured out when you're reading for people, but you damn sure shouldn't have a whole bunch of chaos going on in your life and you're trying to open up your space to tell somebody else how to clear their shit out. Now, this is something that you're constantly doing, and I think that in the time and space that I was in, I had so much going on in my personal life, whether it was in my relationships, with my family, with my work, with my health, my mental health, everything. Like, I just knew that I was in a space where I had to pause and really dig deeper into my own situation and how to heal myself and balance myself and clear myself out before I tried to open myself up to help anyone else. I really had to make sure that I was addressing the needs of my own personal life before stretching my time and my energy and my gifts to give and be of service to others. Now, I always love to help people, and that's how I've been my whole entire life. I love to help people. When it comes to spiritual work, to be of service to people, none of that is going to be as potent in the magic and in the effect if you are not very strong and healthy and stable within yourself, your health, your wellness, and your balanced relationship with the divine, with your spiritual team and your guides, because through them, they are the ones that give you the information. They are the ones that give you the recipes, that give you the rituals, that give you the things that help you create the change in your life. And also, maybe they want you to tweak it a little bit with how you use it with others. So you have to really be connected with your own higher self and be in alignment to be able to really be of service, and reading for people is one of those services where that is required. So for me, those three things were the reasons why I had to slow down with giving readings to people. One being the time. It was very time consuming and I was running myself ragged because it's not a job to me. It's literally a gift that I was blessed and given, along with other things, right, that I'm able to use to help myself, the people that I love, and the people who have chosen the path of spirituality and alignment and who want to do better. Secondly, it was the spiritual drainage, I guess you could say, of doing the same thing and connecting and not having your guidance or gift truly being valued by your clients or by the people who you are reading for. That becomes very emotionally, spiritually, mentally draining. And three is being in alignment with yourself, being spiritually healthy and in a good space to actually read for people, being in a good space to connect with your guides and make sure you are doing well in your life before you try to help someone else fix theirs. That has been a long period for me that I'm so happy to be through now. Okay, I have been definitely on here more often, but I've also been doing more readings for people. I am opening my books for November, so if you are interested, now that I am back open and I have worked through everything, right, I've actually been open for a while now doing readings, but I haven't been putting it out there because the people who I read for, are pretty consistent, trustworthy. We've built a very solid foundation and we work together often. So for any new people, I'm really careful and selective about the energies that I choose to work with. However, I do have a reading request form. It is linked in the description box here, but also in my channel bio where you can submit a reading request. You'll find everything on there about any prices, any methods that I have, and a little bit more about how I read. But I just wanted to be honest with you guys, for those of you who are clients and maybe were wondering what had happened, or anybody who sees me doing cards but didn't know like how deep I am into it. I wanted to give you guys a little insight on my experience and a part of my spiritual journey with being of service. I am so happy that you guys tuned in for this. I hope that you received something. If you are a reader or you have experienced this, I hope that you received something here to help you balance your life and your gift. If you are in need of guidance and you'd like to work with me, I'd love to work with you. Go ahead and submit that form. And of course, if you're not a part of the family, hit that subscribe button so you can join the journey. I am so happy to have you. Like this video, and I, of course, will be back with another one soon. And until then, peace.